Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Someone else, in the way they believe, they think women bite Mohbad.
But I have a definition. I never said he strangled his
Yes, but
son or stabbed his son.
because you have a definition does not mean
I,
it's a fact.
but
It's
yeah,
according to you.
wait, no, it's a fact. It's actually a fact
The
because the
police,
way. Hey,
the
listen,
police
let me,
established that fact that you are talking about. Or it's
because the
according to
way. Hey, listen, how intelligent are these law enforcement agencies in Nigeria? The way they actually go about things. If you
I
don't
don't
pay them,
understand. Are
wait,
you
listen.
coming up? Are you saying that right
Let
now,
me.
whatever you say by your own observation, right?
Yes.
We all believe in it, and whatever someone else say, we shouldn't believe in it.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying no. You, you
So
are.
what I'm telling you right
I
now,
can.
if you can
I
give
can
your
always
own
interject, but
explanation,
wait, wait. But did you hear me out? I said it earlier, buddy. How did Mr. Aloba react on the very, very first day when he got to the crime scene? Did he actually escalate the issue, or he went straight
that
and
is
took
well,
laws
we
into
are
his
coming
hands?
to that.
Listen,
You
I
said that
follow
Mohbad
the
father
same.
is accessory to death of
Yeah, that
Mohbad.
is where is that
Do
is
you know
what
what they
is that.
call
I
accessory?
know, bro.
Do you know what they call accessory
When you
to
aid
death?
somebody, so he was covering up something. There was something definitely they were covering up. Then what made him? What raised the
Do you
alarm
know
for
what
him?
the word
That's what.
accessory
Yes,
mean? When they
that's
say
what I just said to
accessory,
you. That was what I
what
just
does
said
the
to you.
English word accessory mean to you?
When
What
you
do you
hate,
understand by that word accessory?
when you hate or conspire with somebody, you go with them. It's either you drive them to the crime scene to go commit the crime, or you actually kept them in the house and you were obstructing justice when they were being wanted, declared wanted. That's an accessory to a
Okay.
crime.
Now, in which way? In now, if you say Mohbad father is accessory to Mohbad's death, in which way is he accessory in these two definitions that you gave? When you drive somebody to a crime scene, or when you conceal
You're
somebody
aiding them to
when you
cover
cover
up
them up.
something. Okay, in the first day, I asked you earlier again. When he got to the crime scene, was he drunk? Was he high? Or was he under a spell? He got
Okay.
there. He got
You see,
there. Wait,
when
wait,
you guys say
listen. He
Papariano
got
is
there. Wait, wait.
manipulating,
He got there. He saw blood. He got there. He saw blood. He saw a blanket. He was able to testify to it. But how did he handle the matter? Did he escalate? When did he call the law enforcement agency?
okay, simple.
After he buried his son?
Okay. Do you know? Can you define for me what is death? What is death? What do you understand by the word death?
Bro, come on, man. We all know what that is. When
No,
you
no.
die, you
Tell me
die.
what is death? What does death
Death
mean?
is when you're no longer here. You no
Okay.
longer
Now,
exist.
when Mohbad father came to Mohbad house, is Mohbad dead or alive?
He was dead.
Okay. No, when they say accessory to death, what do they mean?
So what did he do? He covered up something. Right? He's accusing Wumi of being something like yo. They
Wait,
did
wait, wait,
something.
wait,
They
wait,
killed.
please, wait,
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 please,
wait.
wait.
What did he do at the first day? On the very first day, if Wumi really killed a man, killed her
Do you know
husband,
what
what did
do
he
you know
do?
what is
Wait,
called
wait. Let me
accessory
ask you
to
a question.
death?
You asked me a
What is the word
question.
accessory to
So
death?
let me tell you something.
You
He
are
was
placing
covering up.
somebody to
Wait,
access.
let me tell you
See,
something.
we're not talking
He
about.
So listen,
Let me help you. Let me help you.
if
You're using
wait,
the wrong
listen,
English. Let
listen,
me help you
Papa,
here.
hold on, let me finish. If I was a police officer, for that reason, for the fact that Baba Mubad actually buried his son without even contacting the law enforcement agency, without even getting an authority or authorization from them, bro, he's gonna be charged. In a Western world,
No,
Baba Mubad will be in jail too
uh,
as well.
switch.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's be
Criminology
logical here.
it's not about English accent, okay?
What are we
It's
talking about?
about
But
the
sorry, Baba
procedures.
Mohbad, tí
There are
Wunmi bá pọ́kú ẹ̀, tó bá
procedures
pọ́kú ẹ̀ lóòótọ́.
to
Okay, let's say this.
addressing
Still Wunmi,
crimes.
no, 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 no. Come on, man. If Wunmi really killed her husband, for the fact that Baba Mohbad
I
didn't
am still
raise
on
an
your
alarm
point.
is an
You
accessory
said
to the
Mohbad
fact.
father is accessory to
Yes,
death
is
of
an
Mohbad,
accessory to
right?
the yeah.
Yeah. So now let's take it one. When he arrived at the home of Mohbad, Mohbad had already died, right?
Yes,
Okay. So accessory to
you're helping.
death.
So if you're helping somebody to
Accessory.
cover up a crime scene, what are you supposed to be charged with?
Please wait.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Accessory.
an accessory. Yes.
If you take it easy, I will explain to you. You are saying you. I know what you want to say, but you're using the wrong word. So if you take it easy, otherwise you put yourself in trap. Let me
So,
guide you through,
so
and then
say what do you have to say? Let me hear you.
yes. So the word which you were looking for, which you wanted to use, is words like tampering with evidence, okay, and mistreatment of the deceased of the dead body. Fine, right? In that regard, we can look into that with some certain, with some certain fact. But we are talking about accessory to death. We mean all the things that aided in facilitating the death of Mohbad. Do you understand that? So that's a wrong word to use. The things that aided the process obtaining or
Papa, I made a
causing the
mistake.
death of
Papa, I
Mohbad.
made a mistake. It's accessory for the fact. It's not
Okay,
even
you made a mistake, right? It's a mistake, right?
accessory for the fact. It's accessory for the fact.
So
I said it
you agree,
earlier.
you agree it's a mistake, right?
No, the English is accessory for the fact.
Listen, please. I said you made a mistake to say that accessory to the death of Mohbad, right? Are you browsing now?
Oh, it's accessory after the fact. Accessory after the fact. Accessory after the fact. Google it and tell me I lied. When
Listen
you
to me.
cover up a crime
Are
scene,
you
it's
correct? Okay,
charged.
okay. Are you saying? Okay, are you correcting that accessory to the death of Mohbad is wrong? Right? That one is wrong.
It's called accessory after the fact.
Yeah, no. But earlier you said accessory to the death of Mohbad. Are you withdrawing that one? Is that one wrong?
I just corrected myself. It's still the same English. Accessory after the fact. It's still the same English. It's
Okay, no,
just
no.
the dirt.
I don't
It's
agree. It's not the
I
same.
made a
It's not the
mistake.
same.
I said I made a
I don't
mistake.
agree.
Accessory after the fact.
No,
Look
no.
it
It's
up.
not the
Look
same.
it up.
One is mistake,
Look it
right?
up. Okay, I made a mistake and I just corrected myself. Accessory after the fact. Look it up. That's what Baba Mohbad should be charged with. You guys are just trying to paint
When you
this
say
guy in the
accessory, when you say accessory after the fact, how was it accessory?
Bro, you got to the crime scene, you found your son dead, and the first thing you thought of is, oh, you know what? Let's just give him a buffet and burial. Right away, you went and you are obstructing justice. The law enforcement agency, if truly somebody killed your son, why did you bury him? So now you're covering up something. Baba in Canada, in America, they will fucking charge. Sorry for the effort. They will charge Baba Mohbad. He is going to be charged for cleaning up. If you have an accident, if you get into an accident here, you stay on the crime scene. You don't clean up the crime scene. So on my 2 years, she will react. They will react the accident. On my show, I be meter, on my be surveil mirror. They whatever. They will start take. They will do everything just to make sure he's on phone. What are you talking about?
Switch. I try to use the right word for you, okay, but you don't want, right? You said Baba Mohbad committed accessory to the death of Mohbad.
No, accessory after the fact. Accessory after the fact.
I want to enlist the things you said.
I corrected myself, so don't just base it on accessory.
I'm summarizing, okay? Initially you said Mohbad father is accessory to the death of Mohbad. And then later you corrected, wait now.
Yeah, I said that and I corrected myself.
Wait now, it is not a fight. When you are here, yes, science platform, okay, you gotta take things easy, right? Take this easy and you'll be fine. So initially you said Mohbad father is accessory to the death of Mohbad, right? And I tried to break it down to you what that means, and then you corrected yourself by saying it's accessory after
the fact.
After the fact, okay. For your good news, neither as I mean for your bad news, not the good, for your bad news, neither is he accessory before or after the death of Mohbad.
He's an accessory.
Listen. Right. I can give you the definition of
So
what.
Wumi didn't kill Mohbad then. So so why did he bury his son?
No, Kanani will not. Show it to be Kanani.
But no, kilo de to she baba. Mohbad is a bury or more. Why did Mr. Aloba bury Mohbad?
You see why I play with you guys?
Drunk?
No man move bomo shey ni. Serious.
Was he drunk?
I'm telling you.
Drunk?
You will learn. You don't want to calm down. I want to give you definition of what these two things mean. At least get that out of this place.
Bro, I know I know exactly what I told you. It's accessory after the fact.
Let's do this. Read for me what accessory after a fact means in a crime case. Read it for me to hear. Go on.
Brother, look it up yourself. You have a computer in front of you.
So I want to guide you. You refuse.
You have a computer in front of you, Papa.
I can actually read that for
and then you will see whether you are wrong or not. Sure, you understand? Like we try to like guide each other with the truth.
Never give up is gonna read it to you. Never.
I want to read it for you because this is a kind of educative, educative.
He's an accessory. You don't.
Everybody is easy to learn. So, an accessory after the fact is a person who helps a known offender evade arrest, trial, or punishment after they have committed a crime. So that's what he's trying to explain. So I
But
don't know
he's
if you
wrong.
get
I said,
another meaning for that.
so I said he's wrong. Neither the Baba Mohbad help Wumi or help anybody who has committed a crime to escape.
So why did he bury? So there was no crimes. There was no crime. Mohbad died a natural death when
What do you now establish your
justice
case?
buried him.
Give us a fact. Establish your fact with evidence that is accessory after the fact. Establish it if you know.
Everybody is pointing fingers saying Wumi killed Mohbad. If anybody, hey, listen, if anybody, Canada was standing on the fact that, oh, Wumi didn't kill Mohbad, everybody wants to nail him and kill him. Now everybody's saying Wumi killed Mohbad. If she killed Mohbad, when Josie got to the house the very first day, as a sane man, why did it wait? Why did it wait so long? How many days did it take him to actually escalate or freaking come back and say, oh, you know what, something is not right here? He got to the house, everything seemed everything seemed fine. There wasn't a foul play. Everything seemed normal. He went ahead and buried his son and even recorded himself. People were recording him doing it. And now, right after, it took him a couple of weeks later for them to actually get his senses back. He was actually over the spell that he was under. To now say, you know what, there's something not right. Oh, Wumi killed my son. But why did you listen as a police officer? The very first thing in the Western world, even anywhere, my guy, don't do this mistake anywhere. Even if your son, look at the lady, the ignorant lady that went to work in somewhere in America, I forgot. Recently, she left her son in the car or a daughter, just a 9-year-old daughter, just to go work inside a freaking whatever for how much? And you go, what did she do right away? She never eat her daughter or go bury the daughter. She called her law enforcement herself and told them her daughter is dead. What did they do? They locked her up.
Switch.
That's how, bro.
Switch. Do you agree with me? Switch. Do you agree with me? The Mohbad father is not accessory.
He's an accessory. He shouldn't have touched Mohbad's body. He should have.
Can you define? You are misusing the word accessory? Please.
He shouldn't have touched
We
the
should
body.
learn about that word. Don't
the crime scene.
I have helped you. The right word to use. The right word to use.
It's not. He's an accessory after the fact. He cleaned up the crime scene before autopsy, before toxicology or anything could be done. He cleaned up the crime scene. He buried his own son. They brought him out after the body started decaying. What are you talking about? He buried his own son.
Let me ask you.
He actually interfered with it.
Was a crime committed in that house in the death of Mohbad?
Bro, if once a dead body is in a house and it's not being confirmed that not in the hospital, he died at home or probably dead before arrival or brought in dead, like somebody said earlier, BID, buddy. It's considered a crime scene, not until the police officers or the homicide detective declare it none. It's considered a crime scene, and they can actually escalate it into an homicide if they feel there's a foul play. Since there's blood and there's a little stab wound,
what is a homicide?
It's considered homicide.
What is homicide?
Homicide. What do you mean? What is homicide? Homicide is when somebody's killed, when somebody's intentionally killed. Like an act, when you actually intentionally you carry out an act to go kill somebody, to murder somebody.
It's not necessarily intentional.
Yeah, but that's something that you planned, you carried out.
Homicide is just a general term used for
murder.
Killing people. Yeah, not murder, not
murderers. They're
you are just all over the place now. If you take
you don't hear him and you heard
to
change it, but you just maybe it's your first time you just heard it.
I am trying to guide you. Like I know it.
What do you mean you're guiding me? What are you guiding?
Homicide is a legal term that is used for somebody taking the life of another person.
My guy, I already told you that a murderer.
A word for
read all that, bro. You're not talking to a freaking elementary student. You're not talking to a high school student. Brother, Papa, relax. Let's keep going. You don't have to turn it
against Africans. Don't do that. Don't even do that.
I said you're not talking to an elementary student. What are you talking about?
That you use can't even save your life. Don't even go there. What are you saying?
The elementary students,
are you stupid?
You can change.
What the heck? What did you just say? What education have you gotten? Are you crazy?
People who tell you stuff.
What concerns Africa concern what we are doing here?
Tell me what I said about Africa right now.
What did you just say about Africans? You just say, some elementary Africans. What the heck?
Are you freaking dumb?
You're stupid for that statement. Can you repeat that statement?
Are you dumb?
You said
elementary student. Are you dumb?
You said Africans. You said you're not an elementary African student. What are you stupid? African student elementary. You must be stupid.
But you know, get sense.
Never in your life. You such technology. Never. Do you have senses?
More record them. I didn't say this.
Are you repeat that statement again?
To send this.
Repeat that. You said you are not a fucking elementary African student.
You're dumbass. You're not here to learn. You're dumbass.
You're a big bomb.
You're dumbass. Idiot near man.
And you're a scunt. What do you even do for a living?
Idiot. They are all do the most often.
School. You're not educated at all. What's your major? What's your discipline? What's your profession? What do you do for a living?
My nigga, you're a dumbass.
You're a fool, bro. You're a full-time fool.
You're a dumbass.
You don't even know what homicide is. I'm here to speak. You know nothing. You know shit. Kilo study. What did you study in school? What did you study? What did you study in school?
Listen, you listen. The only thing that made your life,
engineer, okay?
But the only thing that made your life,
school?
let me tell you, the only thing that made your life is this.
Tell me what you studied in school. You're a fool.
The only thing that made, listen, the only thing that made your life is J for hair.
I don't know the somebody so I said on Africa on log it decrease me. Shut up and entertain you. Go for paya and it meant me. See they do this food.
Papariano,
This is the same thing Europeans do that you condemn them. Imagine you say, imagine you underestimating African people. Are you stupid?
They are all from women's.
Many of them can you even compete with. Even in that fucking foolish bush that you live there, just because you stay in America, does that make you better? Are you crazy your fucking head? Oh Lori Buruku, very useless child.
They are all from women's camp.
It's not even about that. You know, just give them time. That's why I keep telling people, with time, their true color will come out. No matter, and they always run their mouth. They speak a lot, they say so many things together. I mean, these are foolish people. Look at the other lady then. After some time, you heard when the lady insulted Mohbad that to heck with Mohbad. Imagine statement like that, insulting the dead. Look at this kind of human beings, insulting the dead. How people share the gun? You are saying about father is an accessory to the
they are from Fracas family, okay?
Accessory? I said no. I even play with them most times, right? When you see me keep them here, right?
You see whatever
I allow others to see their foolishness. Because I know with time, they are not genuine, they are not true people. Anyone who is not genuine, just watch them with time, they will show their true color. I know so. And I'm the best person who know how to handle them. We see women fans and people who are Baba fans supporting Baba Mohbad, right? They are too radical. They are extreme about the way they see this case. And they are the two people that are really causing havoc in this case. It's very obvious. A simple question. I was trying to correct. I said, you can tell me that the man tampered with evidence. You can say this, you can say that. I mean, it's just taking it accessory after the fact. What fact?
But how did this escalate? How did this escalate? When
that somebody was murdered? Did the man assist anybody in clearing evidence? No. Mohbad was dead when he came.
How did it escalate? Like, when did he say Africa? When it was the time? At what point did he insult Africa?
He said
at
so,
what
bro.
point?
I heard that he said so.
He never
when
did.
I told him to repeat himself, why couldn't he repeat himself?
I think you should bring the gentleman back. You should bring him back up because I did not hear Africa as well. Maybe because of his accent, maybe you overheard something else.
I heard him clearly. He said, do I think it's like a fucking African elementary?
He never said anything of such.
He said so.
Calm down.
Come on.
Why are you too emotional right now?
He said it was about
emotional,
students and
never
the
said anything of
aspect of
such,
the
man.
Africa.
Calm down.
I didn't hear that.
Take a chill pill, man.
He said so.
He said insulting. He said turned everything off.
If he hadn't used that, then believe me, I won't stop him. I've been entertaining him for hours.
He never said we are all Africans here.
He said
We are all
something
Africans here.
that bad
We are all
that I have to
Africans here.
stop
And
him.
if he said anything of such,
He said so.
would stand up for him right now. We are
Bro,
African.
I heard him saying so. Why didn't he repeat himself? When I told him to repeat himself, why didn't
he never said anything of such? He never said anything. He told you. He said he never said anything of such.
Bro,
calm down.
Why did he repeat himself? You know, I mean, me, I don't have time for all those things. Anyway, let me just quickly, let's maybe put everything together. Let's summarize all the points we've been making since morning, the different points. So yeah, in a case of homicide, a homicide is always the investigation that is launched, especially when a person is suspected to have died outside a medical facility. Because when a person dies in a homicide in a medical facility, like in a hospital, in situations like that, the doctors who were treating the person, they have the medical history of the person, and they'll be able to tell like what led to his death. But any other death outside the medical environment or medical facilities are mostly suspicious, okay? And most of the times, in fact, in all cases, such deaths are expected to be reported to the police, which is something that all of us must put into practice. Whenever you see any dead body anywhere in the world, okay, the first thing you want to do as a reasonable person is to report it to the police. If the person is still struggling, is dying, if you can help, if you know anything to do, fine, you can assist in helping the person not to die. But when you see a dead body lying or in any place, wherever a death happens, and you come to the understanding that, okay, there seems a death has happened here, the next thing that you do as a person, you don't think about burial, don't think about anything of such. You want to report to the police so that they can help to push forward an investigation which will establish the actual cause of death of the person. So this is how case of death should be treated. So in this case of Mohbad, there are so many faults, so many errors that were made in this case. First, we were told that a nurse came to Mohbad's house and the nurse treated Mohbad. But first of all, if we look at the process of the nurse coming, it's a little bit suspicious as well. And that led people to saying all the different things and the speculations, the assumptions coming out from different places. I think it's coming from the different inconsistencies that we have been hearing, from day one, from all these persons that were at the crime scene. So we heard that Mohbad went to the show, and then on the way to the show, he had a very serious argument with the wife, to the point when they go to the show, wife told Mohbad that I will end your career. I will end your career like that of Lil Frush, right? So that is a witness statement saying that they heard Wunmi, out of the heated argument, saying that I'm going to end your career like that of Lil Frush. And hours after that statement, Mohbad died, right? So they were having this animosity, this fight, this quarrel, this deep quarrel, family quarrel, that range between infidelity, paternity. Another suspect or witness, another witness confirmed that Mohbad did challenge the wife. I mean, said things like, hey, you're sleeping with this person, you're sleeping with that person, and you think I don't know about the paternity of this child issues. All of those things were raised as concerns. So now we have an understanding that there seems to be a very serious family issue here, right? Which we don't know when it stopped and how it stopped, right? When people start a fight or even a quarrel sometimes can end in a peaceful way. Sometimes a quarrel can end in a fight. Sometimes a quarrel can even lead to death, right? We cannot say for sure, and that's why investigation is needed, right? So in this particular case, it was so much so bad that we heard that in the process of this quarrel, Mohbad had altercation with his friend and he bled profusely. He had an injury, he bled profusely. Even the process of obtaining that injury is still not clear. We're told that he punched through the Prado Jeep's glass, and believe me, that is not convincing. When a person punches through a Prado Jeep's glass, tell me where you obtain injury. From your knuckles, right? Like in this particular case, Mohbad had injury, and in fact, the injury itself has been confirmed to be an old injury. So now, what other excuse are they going to bank where his injury came from? So it's not convincing. So now, we were told they arrived home at about 1 a.m. in the night. But the driver was in front of Mohbad's gate. So the driver narrated that about 3 a.m., 3 guys rushed to, but anyway, he said when they came, he had warned them that, hey, the way you guys are so serious about this fight, I hope this fight doesn't continue. Because even at home, when they arrived at the gate, this fight was still on, they were still quarreling bitterly. So at what point did this particular quarrel ended? We don't know for a fact, right? An argument that started on the way to the show, even on the show, Wunmi never went to the, Wunmi took a 3-month-old baby or so to the, or 5-month-old baby to the show, right? Like all of those things were questionable. Like, what did you hear? What made you even go to that show? And you went to the show, you didn't even come out of the car. Like, all that was happening was you fighting your husband and you guys were just quarreling. What is that particular issue? So we have been looking forward to know about that actual thing, right? We don't know, but we've heard a part of it that it is from paternity to infidelity and stuff like that. And we know the different reasons why spouses can sometimes have, serious domestic problems. Sometimes domestic violence can also lead to death. It can lead to injuries, and so many other different things. So in this particular case, the first suspicion here, that reached people, that reached us, or that made us angry, is the fact that the driver said when they arrived home 1 a.m., later on about 2 hours later, that's about 3 a.m., that 3 guys rushed to his car, knocking his glass. Driver, Mohbad. That is how the driver explained. Okay, Mohbad. Sir, what happened? Don't forget, this is the Mohbad that was brought right from the show. Nobody told driver, Mohbad, when they were on the show. When they were on the way, nobody. When they got up, nobody. When the driver told them, it's like, when Mohbad came home, it's beginning to seem, if we follow the driver's testimony, it's seemingly like everything was right, everything was fine, right? So because they were still fine, the driver didn't see any sign of Mohbad dying or whatever, right? So 3 a.m., 2 hours after driver, has relaxed, we don't know what was happening, right, upstairs. There have been so many different narratives. Some people said there was a fight going on and Mohbad fell on the ground. All of those things were headed from persons, right? Now, in the narration of the driver said that he was in his car and they knocked and they said, Mohbad, and then he said he doesn't have fuel, and the 3 of them, they now went to start Mohbad car. They now took Mohbad car. They now rushed. They went to somewhere, pharmacy or whatever, and he said that is what he knew about that situation. And then in the morning, because he said the glass of the Jeep was broken, then he was given money to go repair it, right? That was taken care of. So Monday is gone. Then the driver now narrated that on the morning of Tuesday, right? Contrary to what we've been told by the wife of Mohbad, listen to the driver narration. On the morning of Tuesday, about 9 a.m., an office number, okay, or a line number called him saying he should go report himself to the police. 9 a.m. of Tuesday, okay. Contrary to what Wunmi said, in the narration of Wunmi, it was that my husband sustained an injury from the show, and we got home, and then his hand was a little bit swollen, and then we tried to call on his own nurse on Monday. His nurse was not available, and then on Tuesday, his nurse was not available. Then we called on another nurse. The nurse was not in Nigeria. The nurse was outside Nigeria. These are people that live very close to 2-3 hospitals there. There were 2 to 3 hospitals close to their homes there, right? They never took Mohbad to that hospital. They never recommended any other nurse present in Nigeria at the time, right? So they said they were waiting for this nurse coming from another country, from Cotonou, in their narration. So the nurse now came from Cotonou the next day at about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. According to the nurse, he met Mohbad alive. But according to the driver, at about 9 a.m. of Tuesday, he was told to go report himself to the police. And about 12, his boss called him that they said the man that he took to the show has died. Right? The driver narrated that they said that his boss told him that the man you took to the show, I heard he has died. It means the driver has heard that the guy has died even before the 12 that the man called the driver. Right? So all of these things, put them together, put them in places, and then on top of that, the nurse said that she came at about 2 p.m. and made Mohbad alive, and Mohbad was still fine. Now, who is telling the truth here? Right? The narration that's okay. People already called and confirmed that Mohbad have died. Even Mohbad mother claimed that Mohbad has that they heard that Mohbad has died since on Monday. That's the mother of Mohbad. Even the artist of Mohbad, the friend called Zoro, who would have a collab with Mohbad on Monday, also confirmed those videos are viral. That he would have had a collaboration with Mohbad, on the song on a particular song, right? So, but unfortunately, Mohbad died on Monday, right? So, how all of these inconsistencies, like it's alarming and it calls for concern, right? So, and there was a video circulating, a video that was sent to the nurse to observe or to examine the condition of Mohbad. The video itself, I don't know why people abandoned that video. When you look at Mohbad in that video that was sent to the nurse, the guy was not okay. The guy looked dead. It's like somebody picked his hand and was like rotating his hand just to convince somebody. Because guys, just take a look at this. I'm lying on the bed, right? And with a swollen hand. And they claim I was sleeping, and they claim I wasn't in pain. And the hand was moved. Imagine me sleeping, right? Imagine you see me sleeping, and one of my hands is swollen and is shaking like this, very fast. Does it make sense? Okay, what such should tell you should that be that it is either the guy is going through a very serious pain for him to be sleeping and the affected hand to be shaking that much, right? That is problematic. Or probably the guy is no longer there, it's no longer conscious, and someone is just shaking the hand to show that the guy is still alive. It seems to be manipulation. And when you look at all the videos that has been caught and that has been caught and distributed to the public to try to convince people Mohbad was still fine, all of those videos themselves are suspicious, right? These are things that I believe, if the family of Mohbad is actually looking for justice and he decides to take this case a civil case, believe me, all of these guys will not go unpunished. I have lamented on this area for a very, very long time. And whenever I bring us to this observation, like it seems to be overlooked. And this is what also gives me reservation on the side of the father. Because there are so many areas here to get just Mohbad. There are so many things that that is inconsistent that we could act on and get justice for this guy. And even, create deterrence so that the same reoccurrence of the same issue doesn't happen in the future. Right? This is the essence of getting justice, not to prevent more crimes or similar one from happening. So, and in the story I was narrating, the nurse claimed that she saw Mohbad, Mohbad was not, Mohbad was fine. Mohbad was fine, and he administered injections into Mohbad. And then Mohbad convulsed, like was shaking, and then they rushed Mohbad to the hospital, and they declared him dead. Now, after the declaration by the two hospitals, they told these people to take Mohbad to the morgue. Take him to the morgue. Right? Let me enter this puzzle. Guys, give me 1 second. I have a puzzle on my screen. Let's go. Yeah. So they were told to take this dead body to the morgue, to keep the body in the morgue. That's where you keep dead body, pending further investigation or pending burial. It's not befitting for the death. All of us, one day, who knows, we will die too, right? And the treatment, a respectful treatment of the deceased is very necessary. It's very, very necessary, So, these were the things that were happening. They gave them they gave them they gave them a medical document,
Papa, you
who
know what
deposit
happened
money
earlier? It's me, it's
in the
Switch. What
morgue.
happened earlier? You know, you heard the wrong thing.
Hey,
On
don't
my
come again
father,
with what did
relax.
you say? It's
But
a
you
simple
heard,
question.
I
What did
told
you
you,
say?
I said,
I said,
let me repeat myself. Relax, buddy. Relax. I said, hey, but
I mean, guys, if you are in the live stream and you heard this guy saying that, if this guy didn't use the word African, please send the question up, because I literally heard this guy using the word elementary African. I mean, are you stupid, bro? If you didn't hear me, I go bust your head, bro. Don't try that thing for your life. Understand? I studied in Europe. Me who is talking to you. I don't have an English accent. Doesn't mean I'm not intelligent. Do you understand that? An English fucking accent doesn't give you job and doesn't make you intelligent. Get that into your head. I don't know who taught you that. I mean, speaking in a certain accent like makes you better than people. I even speak other languages. What are you saying? When does language becomes like a blueprint for success or intelligence? Well, don't do that shit. Never in your life. Okay? Don't try that. These are people of principle with languages. I mean, I heard him using that word African. I gave you so many opportunities. Or do you think I was stupid when people were saying take him down, whatever? I said, no. Let's see how we can exchange intelligence. Sometimes you do exchange knowledge with people. You know, you want to see what they can input in you. But most time people give you guys opportunity to educate them. You guys, you just take it as an advantage and you just start, spewing narratives. She understand? I mean, please don't do that though. Me who is talking to you, I studied in Europe. And I've been in class with different races, different nationals, different group of people. And you also know how many Indians even speak fluent English? How many Indians speak fluent English? Are they not intelligent people? Are they not your doctors? Are they not your pilot? This is how you underestimate them, and yet they're in good offices, they're in good places and do good jobs. And you with your fake false accent, you don't even have a good job, you don't have a good life. Better stop that nonsense. I mean, what the trouble about African, I mean, under the box, whatever. Anyway, I'm not even offended by that, but I just need to, like, when it comes to things of, of a number, a group of people, like, I don't find it very offensive. If you attack me as a person, I don't have issue with that. You attack Nigeria, you attack Africa, you attack black people, you attack,
Then
this
how
group.
would he even be telling you that you made your living in J4M?
You say what?
It's even telling you make your living on J4M.
No, I don't have issues with that. I can find my way to explain those things out. Just like if you see what there are things I've told it right. I said there are some things that I don't just take. When it's personal, I can take it to some certain point because I believe I can explain to you, and as a human being, you'll be able to understand. But when you already, issue rhetoric about putting the whole group of people, ethnic, religion, in one particular
Does it
box,
mean anybody that comes on TikTok
it's
make their
very
living on
offensive.
J4M or what?
I've told you guys that the reason why they make that in a substance is when you don't support their belief. Most of them who accuse people of being gifted or whatever, making kind. I mean, these people, they are just an agendalist. Okay, they carry their own agenda. They don't go to platforms where where their beliefs are defended 24 hours. There are platforms that defend their beliefs. They can never go there and condemn those ones. Never. They will come to a fair and a neutral platform like this to try to act like they are fair. Just give them some time. You will start seeing that they are not fair. Right? When you see him speaking and saying, "Oh, arrest women," I mean, that doesn't get anywhere. He's just saying it just to try to capture people and then, criticize them the more and then just put in their whatever narrative that he wants to put out there. It's very simple. So on the story I was narrating, right, this medical document was given to Wumi and the rest of the family, excluding the father of Mohbad, to go keep Mohbad in the morgue. At the end of the day, why didn't they take Mohbad to the morgue? That is the first wrong thing here. right? The first wrong thing. Because when this guy was talking about accessory, the real people that are accessory here, you are not seeing them. You're mentioning somebody else. So the fact that they didn't listen to professionals who told them to take the body to the morgue, right? They had to take back the body home. And not just that, they did some things on the dead body, which is a mistreatment or a wrong treatment of the dead. It's also an offense, right? A wrong treatment of the deceased is a very serious offense. It's a felony offense. So know that. So, yet these people, they were not held for all of these things. And these are serious crimes. And they were not held. Look at how Mohbad's dead body was announced, how his death was announced. Though it does, and still yet, it still did not even seem like he died in that particular scene. So put all of these things together. Tell me who is deceiving who. Everybody can tell why all fingers are pointed at Wunmi. There's a lot of explanation surrounding the situation of Mohbad. As long as all these inconspicuous facts, are there for us to say, believe me, nobody will count Wunmi out of any suspicion, unless we have enough and enormous fact to say it was the injection that killed Mohbad. If we are guessing some other cause of death of Mohbad, we're not going to write the wife out of it, because she was there before Mohbad died. And the law says, there's a doctrine practiced in the Nigerian court that, and also with the police, it says that the last seen person with the disease takes full responsibility. So it means police have every right to arrest everybody in the house and forward them to the court or charge them for the death of Mohbad. And when they get to court, they will prove themselves innocent of whatever that have killed Mohbad. Yes. So I will try to see this particular video. I will try to bring this particular video, this particular live stream that I did with this guy. I will try to bring it out. Okay. Let me see the time right now. This particular live stream. This live stream is 6 hours 9 minutes. Okay. So it should be okay. I will just take maybe from 5 hours. Then I will check it and see, because it's crazy. And I will post that place. I will try to cut that place out and post it. You guys should be careful of the things you say, because you guys on one hand, you claim Africans are being bullied, Africans are being discriminated, but the ones you guys did, the one you guys do to yourself, it's more than what other people do to you. As far as I'm concerned, we ourselves, the tribalism and discrimination among each other is far more than we experience from foreigners. In fact, most of us are more convenient to live with foreigners than ourselves. You understand? So, and we have that spirit is a very bad spirit. I don't know what will deliver us from that. Maybe we should all go back to Ogun and Ayelala to sanctify us, or we should go get freedom from them. I don't know. So, when you look at every part of this case, by me personally, if I'm giving this case, all of these persons, right, there are enormous leading informations to establish a prima facie, which can be used to prosecute a serious case like this, which you can see circumstantial, cogent evidences which any competent court can use in convincing any of these individuals. And it is not too late, right? Police have more than 1,000 ways to unravel a crime if they want to, if they had to, if they have to. There are so many ways in which police can unravel crime. And in this particular case, we all agreed that they didn't do enough. Yes, they didn't do enough. From those that were with Mohbad before his death and those that were with him after his death, in one way or the other, there have been some crimes committed. And the police have not arrested all these persons and put them where they belong. So at the end of the day, will still blame a large part of these injustices to Mohbad. We'll still blame it on the police, right? We'll still blame it on the police at the end of the day, and also on the family. One, the wife, most especially, who has impeded, who has stopped, or who has diverted justice. When Mohbad died, if Mohbad was killed by the nurse, what is making the wife not saying the actual cause of her husband's death? Why did she have to go online and be saying they have taken him away? The industrial gods don't want her to speak. What the heck? That's a diversion. All the situations that it was ear infection, he died of ear infection. What are all of these things meant for? To cover up something. If something actually happened and is that straightforward, why are all these different stories surrounding his death? It shows that there is an attempt to cover up something. And that thing that they attempted to cover then is the reason why we cannot put together all this puzzle, all these inconsistencies. There are a lot of inconsistencies, right? And the only way to unravel this is to further dig down into the reason why all these diversions were happening, especially from the wife, right? And on the side of the father, if at all at any point there was influence, probably through money or a threat towards him that, hey, you must go bury your son, he must be questioned. The man must be able to tell whether he was threatened or he buried Mohbad out of ignorance. And if he did bury Mohbad out of ignorance, if an investigation shows that it was actually the nurse that caused Mohbad's death and not other suspicious crime, in that way, Mohbad may be safe, because it will be argued that it's an ignorant of fact that not a crime was committed, not a crime was committed that he knows of, because to establish an accessory to the fact, to a particular fact, is saying that someone is aware that something bad has happened, and then the person now aided or supported those that committed it to either cover it or to jeopardize it or to divert it in whatever way. Accessory before or after shows that you are aware. They have to establish intent. As long as you're not aware of anything, you just come and you did the needful. If your actions of burying Mohbad did not actually damage any serious crime that occurred, yes, I think that will be pardoned and looked into. But if it can be proven that a serious crime happened in that house, which is not the nurse, something else that died Mohbad, and that was so obvious that the man should not even argue to say that I was not aware. Let's say investigation shows that there was stabbing on Mohbad's body. Okay, and truly that there was a lot of blood that was on the duvet, right? The court is a reasonable place. The court will tell the father, under no circumstance should you enter your own son's room and see a lot of blood. That should convince you that a serious crime has happened, and you should try to investigate why that blood is so much and why it is there. All of these things you didn't do, and you just went for burial, right? In fact, you say you went to the police, that police, they didn't give you a report, whatever. That's not an excuse, because in defense, police said they told you that what you are asking for, which is police report, cannot be given in that jurisdiction. In other words, you didn't report a crime, you only wanted a permission to go through with burial. So you had a plan to bury Mohbad. You didn't have a plan to have the death reported. So they warned you, they told you to take the dead body of Mohbad to the closest police station. There's a police station as close as 5 minutes to your home. Why do you have to drive down to another 1 hour far away police station? if there's nothing to hide. So as long as police can prove that, they don't have right to give you that report, that you have to go to the nearest police station in your jurisdiction to get it, you are in trouble. The Baba Mohbad on that particular ground is in trouble. So on the side of the new lawyer, before I go, okay, before I go, the things that I have to say is this: on the side of Samuel, on the side of the Okpara, right? What I have to say, which is my advice to, to the lawyer, the new lawyer, Papariano. I said this, that I expect you, the lawyer, okay, if in case you will be in this case. So now let's put activists on one side. We're talking intelligence now. Intelligence, right? Put all the activism, lawyer, certificate, put it on one side first. Let's talk about strategy. Because strategy doesn't end in one person's hand. It exists in every one of us. Anybody who cares, right? Especially who cares and who researches, they will find something. Now, the first thing that I think should be done here is let the public lawyer, because make on open an ear and know Papariano doesn't give solution. But in for solution, any take it. But when I'm venting, it must be, what have you done? What have you done? You know, I'm saying that this case has been destroyed by Aloba, but you guys said no, that we should still try. I don't have a problem. I will keep trying by providing solution, right? Though I understand that this case has been compromised, jeopardized, I don't have control over that. But since we all are still trying, and I find a means to still try and support with information, I will support, right? But if you tell myself, Papariano, why don't you get a lawyer, go do that? Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that, right? Yes, because we have all those opportunities, all those time we contributed money, we had to make all those changes. It was destroyed. They play on our intelligence. Sorry, my son did not die. You understand me? Exactly. And there's limitation to which I can sacrifice myself for people, right? If you talk about sacrificing myself for my whole country right now, probably in election time, let's vote for the right person, whatever, that's a different thing. But for an individual that you don't even know what the case is in depth, I think it's very serious, it's dangerous. You have to be careful how you want to go about it. Otherwise, if you go around right now, you put your own life at stake, and something happens to you, then your own family now will now be in trouble. They will now be looking for justice. Tell me, I mean, that's big chaos. And if your own parents go look for justice, something happened to them too, someone else will be looking for justice. You have to be strategic in how you address issues. You try to manage different, casualties or whatever from happening as much as you can. So my advice to the lawyer, first of all, like I said, try to get a pathologist who knows his work, who at glance, at first sight, can begin to tell a lot. Because if you know your work, when you just see, your patient, as a doctor, when you see your patient, you can begin to already guess what is happening, guess correctly what is happening, and then you now want to run some certain tests, which will now give you certainty, over some symptoms that you have seen or signs. So now, the lawyer should get a pathology and let them communicate with Mohbad's father and show that they are. I always tell you that just Mohbad, in one way or the other, there's going to be this part where you will need Baba Mohbad. Go up, come down. And that is where he will show you Pepe. They should go to Baba Mohbad and ask him to support them, okay, with the permission that he permit them to come check the body of his son, okay? And then this permission will now allow the lawyer and the doctor to be there to see Mohbad's dead body. They will see it, and I'm sure that they may even turn the body to see whether there are reasons for them to even believe the ongoing narratives, right? One, and all the narratives that has been put forward should be explained to these lawyers and the pathology before they even check the body. So that when they are checking the body, it will be ringing in their head that, I think if I check this body, something will come out because of this and this and this and that I'm saying. I'm sure something will come out if we investigate this body based on what I have heard and based on what I am saying right now. I'm suspecting Again. Okay, so let us make our survey. Let's make our survey. Exactly. I like that way. You see, lawyers should be well and adequately briefed of assumptions, narratives, and public opinion. I like that particular. That is the summary of what I was trying to say all this while. But me, I was using Nigerian English. So, all of this should be in place so that before lawyer will start going out. Because lawyer cannot just be acting by people's assumption, opinions. You will not get anywhere. Because at the end of the day, you will not get what you want. And you keep crying. So for you to at least have a chance to get what you want, know what you want. Know that there's a fact somewhere that you are looking for. But don't go and be looking for what doesn't exist. You can't. Okay? That's why when you see me asking questions that all this one that you guys being lawyer at this point in time, right? Do you guys have one particular evidence? Adibin is very dark man right now that says he has group chat and there's evidence in it. Let's follow up. It makes sense. Or Yomi Fabi that is even still more convinced. I will invest on VDM and Yomi Fabi most time than any other person without no evidence that just want to go and take the police based on their words. Police will always switch their word. They're investigating. And you can't force police to arrest anybody. Get that right. In a criminal case. And if you think that you have your own evidence, go straight to the civil case, to the court. And the implication of it, if you go straight to the civil court to charge somebody, right? The person, if you cannot convince the court that that person committed the offense, they will charge you. You will pay for expenses. The time of that person that you wasted, or the legal thing that person brought to defend herself, you will pay for all those things. So you understand? They may even sue you for possible defamation of character. So you understand? So to go the direction of why this guy just get many accounts like this? Only this one guy don't get many accounts. Anyway, I don't know whether any question. I've been out for 6 hours, 24 minutes now, and I'm planning to bring this live to an end so that I can now continue. And hey, believe me, Swift, I'm going to review that video back and I'll cut out that particular place. So don't even fight yourself. I will cut it out. Okay? So, everybody, I love you very, very much. I love you guys very, very much. I don't know whether you love me back. And let me say something, please. To every one of you who will be saying Papariano is here for your gift, is here for your money. I don't remember the last time I ever forced anybody to give me money, or ever force anybody to gift me, There are so many TikTok accounts there's so many accounts on TikTok, so many live stream that people don't even do what I am doing, and they are getting even gifted more than this. They are getting gifted. Last time somebody went on Pella's live stream and they said, they asked Joe Black, hey, they said, name anything you want in the world, and the person gave it to him. I think and they bought him whatever that he wanted. That is life. You can't tell people how to spend their money. You learn how to spend your own money. Or if you have anybody who is your friend, you can tell your friend, fine, I don't have issues with that. Or you can go to your platform and tell your fans or your people, I don't have issues with that. But going to people's platform and ridiculing them that the reason why they are here is because of what you're suspecting. Please don't do that. There are people who go around, steal people's money, who go around with guns, knives, to hijack what doesn't belong to them. Doing something bad to get money out of people. And you see somebody who is here using his time trying to, get in between a case and say that he provides clarity and fairness and even create more awareness to the society that a lot is happening. People are dying. There's no justice. Clamoring for this every day. Teaching our young people how to take responsibilities, what to do when they are in situations. Look at like Aloba. If Aloba has been taught by program like this in the past, that you cannot tamper with a dead body, whatever, he wouldn't have done what he did. So having such platforms, and everyday hammering on this particular case, it will prevent the reoccurrence of the same thing in the future. We keep crying that we are not moving as a country, but we don't take time to review what is causing our downfall or what is causing our problem. Things happen and we just forget it, we just move on. It will keep happening again. What if we hold our ground and we try to see how we can possibly resolve it so it doesn't repeat itself again? And this is the difference. So please, this show is not a place meant to scam public, not a place meant to sell, a service to you. No, it's just like every other places, like, when people have concern. And I'm a public. I have my constitution says, section 37 of the Nigerian Constitution, under citizenry right, it says, I have right to I have freedom of right to expression, thought, and religion. Freedom of right to think the way I think, freedom of right to express myself, and freedom of right to whatever religion I want. So if I'm saying what doesn't suit you, do not translate it into saying it because of gift. Don't. There are likewise other people who are saying what suits you and they are being gifted. Now, how do you translate them? You don't see nothing about that. And if you are tired, why don't you join the next live stream and enjoy what they are doing there if you don't like this kind of situation? This is also a program. We have too many programs on TikTok. And all of these programs, they're getting support from people who are watching them. Why are you having issues with that? Huh? I think we should focus on the discussion, the subject. If you can correct me on the subject, I don't have issues with that. I will learn from you if I have to. So these are the basics. I hope we take into account all of these things. And enemies who are watching on the side, keep trying your luck. To God be the glory. See you guys when I have the time. I'm going to go for sports. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Odabo.
Wọ́n lè má mọ̀ pé kankan ń ṣe òun. Ibi tí mental health ṣe kínní tó nìyẹn. Ó lè má mọ̀ pé mi ìbú medically ni mo fi ń address ẹ̀ sí. Ó lè má mọ̀ pé kankan ń ṣe òun gan pàápàá bó ṣe wà yẹn. So neurology tó bá lọ, wọ́n máa check every goddamn thing. Kán make sure pé wọ́n change, kó má yẹ pé ọjọ́ kan ọ̀sán kan òru kan ó máa hurt àwọn ọmọ yẹn and màá sọ fún wọn, everybody is a mandatory reporter, right? Okay, so you guys need to put in the work. Òun gan mọ̀ náà, wọ́n bí ìyá ẹ̀ kù.
Kéèyàn má lójú oorun. Èmi ò gbọ́ rí láyé mi.
Mo máa sọ fún wọn, ó máa parọ́ gbogbo irọ́ ẹ̀ ló máa sọ. Ó máa ní ọkọ
Ó máa ń parọ́ o. Ó máa ń
ẹ̀yin
parọ́.
má worry, gbogbo schedule ọkọ ẹ̀ wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní bá òun sọ̀rọ̀, ibi iṣẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀ wọ́n máa pull schedule ẹ̀, wọ́n á pull schedule tiẹ̀. Ó mọ̀ náà, ó wà nínú system. So báwo ni ta ló ń jókòó ti àwọn ọmọ?
Aláìlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọmọ burúkú.
Tòrutòru á ṣàlàyé. Bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa help ẹ ni, they will help you. If there is any problem, tó bá ní bipolar, wọ́n á fún ẹ lóògùn bipolar tó bá ti diagnose. Tó bá ní mental health challenges, they will diagnose at least to keep those children safe from you. It's very important. A lè máa wo oníran.
Sashabi, good morning.
Mo ti kémi bọ́lẹ̀. I have gotten what I needed to get about her. Please, if you're American
Thank you,
citizen,
Jerry.
if you're a
Thank you
green
so
card
much,
holder over
Moti.
here, please, you guys need to stand up for the kids. It's very, very important. Don't forget, even when you are flying in the airport, everywhere, remember that you are a mandatory reporter. Just yẹn mo máa pe DPPC lọ́la. There are people group tèmi máa pè medical line ni mo wà, so mo mọ àwọn nọ́mbà tí máa tẹ̀. The mommy Yetin, you are in medical mass. I will. It's free. Calling is free in America. You understand?
I know.
Those
Yes,
children
so
need to,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
it's free.
I want money. Yeah, it's free. Mommy phone is too. Because of those children. Kuma lo ṣeun.
Because of
We
those
see
children.
mothers killing their children in the US. We see mothers killing their children in the oven. We see mothers doing all sorts.
Yes.
We need to save those kids ASAP. Before those kids can be safe with her, they need to evaluate her, check her
Yes,
out.
so
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, ma. I
what's your
gotta go
motive?
down.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much.
Omoti. We really appreciate you tonight. Thank you so much.
Oga.
Oh, God. Àrí mọ́ sórí rẹ̀ sórí ibi tó bá rẹ̀ dé. Ó ti rí ibi tó bá rẹ̀ dé báyìí.
Rọ gbogbo ilé o.
Ìyá
Àǹtí mi.
Ifá. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma. Yes, ma.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma.
Yes, ma.
Ṣúrẹ́ mọ
Yes,
yín
ma.
lẹ́nu o. Ẹ ra ma. Ẹ kú
Yes.
ètò.
Àwa ni
Àǹtí mi kan tí ọmọ tí ì sọ yẹn, ẹ tètè gbégbé ìṣẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ o.
kò sí wàhálà.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí mọ̀mí láti tún náà gbọ́ sí.
Wọ́n
Ẹ
ti
gbégbé
gbọ́ sí.
ìṣẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀.
Àwọn ti gbọ́ sí
Wọ́n ti
Kó
wọn
tó
gbọ́
wà.
sí.
ṣe àwọn ọmọ yẹn léṣe.
Wọ́n ti gbọ́ sí.
Kó tó ṣe àwọn ọmọ yẹn léṣe o. Nǹkan bá fíra o. Ó lè má yé yín o. Nǹkan ṣe Kàrímọ́ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ Kàrímọ́ ìṣojú lásán o.
Ààrẹ
Máa
ló ń
padà tú
ṣépèlé
aṣọ dànù
lórí.
ní o.
Ààrẹ ló ń ṣépèlé lórí. Èpè ẹ̀ máa jà á.
Ọ̀
Ọwọ́ máa bà á láìpẹ́.
eléyìí tó ṣe fún ìyá ẹ̀, ṣé ó lè jẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ dùn yàn?
Láyé.
Olójú mi rí bí ojú ewújù. Olójú mi rí bí ojú adẹ́tẹ̀.
Ẹni tó pè
Báwo
ìyá
ni ti
ẹ̀
jẹ́ ṣe
lẹ́wọ́
rí?
tó pe ìyá ẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi orúkọ tó ní ìyá òun dọkọ ẹjọ́ kí ló fẹ́ sọ sáwà tó máa wá sọ tó máa
Àbí
Ó máa wá
táwa
dùn.
máa feel bothered about it.
ọmọ tó tú aṣọ lọ́rùn ìyá ẹ̀ ní gbangba. Torí ìyá ẹ̀ ní o.
Tó ní wọ́n dó ìyá òun mọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù lókè. Kí ló wá fẹ́ fi ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ èébú sáwà táwọn á nígbà ń bínú lẹ́yìn káwa máa rún lọlé ká kọ ẹ̀kọ́ tí òun ò dúró gbà ń lé yẹn àwa máa kọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àǹtí mi ìgbà tí kú Mohbad ṣì ń gbóná jàràjàrà ló máa ní ìyá òun jí bàtà Mohbad
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àti Gúúsì ló gbé ìyá ẹ̀ ló gbé bàtà sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀. Ẹni tó fi ìyá ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀sìn bẹ́yẹn
Bẹ́ẹ̀
gbogbo ayé
ni.
rẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé ó ti ń ya wèrè. Ipò ti dín brain touch. So
Ó ti yá dìgbò olúgi.
àfa tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ rí for the first time tó bá fà sọ̀rọ̀ ó ti rìkọ́dù ẹ̀.
Ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ni sí rìkọ́dì.
Ó dẹ̀ tún wá play ẹ̀ lójú bàbá yẹn ó jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ lọ. Nǹkan ṣe Kàrímọ́ o, nǹkan ṣe o, ṣùgbọ́n
Olórí burúkú ara ẹ̀ ó lọ bí iṣẹ́ bó ṣe láti fi ṣe kò yẹ kó wọlé kó lọ sùn ó ní àwọn àǹtà láti ọ̀sẹ̀ kan àsùn kò ṣe bá ṣe ń wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí péjì ẹni ẹ̀ kò ṣe bá ṣe máa wà lọ́dẹ̀ tá a máa wà tí sí látàrọ̀ dalẹ́ tá a ní sùn olórí ibu ó wá kó àsìkò ẹ̀ ń sọ níwọ̀n òórùn sùn bí wọ́n ṣe dé tí wọ́n tó ẹ́ pé wọ́n wà máa ṣọ́ bó ṣe dé ó yẹ kó wẹ̀ kó lọ họ́gà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó lọ sùn bó orí burúkú tó ń lé ẹ kiri máa jẹ́ kó jòkó síwájú screen kó máa gbọ́n nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ bìkọ́ ó mọ̀ pé ò lè lójú ohun tó bá lọ sùn nǹkan tó lọ fẹ́ gbé síta tó bá ti gbé síta gbogbo nǹkan tó fojú ọwọ́ ṣe wàá fẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ dànù mò ń dúró
láràárọ̀ báyìí
olórí
Ṣé bí máa rí fún yín?
àgbà tí ò tó lé dalérú olóṣì.
ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí tó ṣọmọ ọdún tó fi ń gún yẹn pa.
Kàrímọ́ ó ti dé láti fi iṣẹ́ kó tún lọ wẹ̀.
Ló ṣọmọ lọ.
o lè réyàn tó fi dúró tiẹ̀ mọ́ láyé
ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí
èèyàn gidi tó máa
tó ṣọmọ orogbo tó fi kó ọnú mi gbígbóná.
aláìní tìjú aláìmoore.
Kàrímọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ kú ni. Kàrímọ́
olóòtú ọwọ́ ètò platform yẹn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yìn wà bẹ́lẹ̀ sọ. lọ́mú tó ní mo ti bá ẹ jẹ́rí wá lọ́mú síta tó kílẹ̀ pé gúdà tó lẹ́yìn o nǹkan báyìí lọ́nà ó sọ fún ẹ aláìní tìjú.
Ó dọwọ́ àwọn tó nílé ayé o Kàrímọ́.
Nbáyé ti kẹ̀yìn sí táwọn àgbà ti
O ò lè
kẹ̀yìn sí.
nísinmi ọkàn ẹ ò lè balẹ̀ o ò ní kú bọ̀rọ̀ o wàá
ó máa
ṣẹ̀sín
ṣẹ̀sín.
níta gbangba wàá ṣẹ̀sín lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì wàá ya wèrè wàá já ọjà o ò ní nísinmi ayé ẹ bó wọ 90 years nínú wàhálà ló máa fi wọ̀ bó wọ 100 years mi ì tí ì jẹ epo mi ì tí ì jẹ oyọ ẹnu kàsí ni mo fi sọ fún ẹ èyí tó bá wí fọgbọ́n lọ́gbọ́n gbọ́ eléyìí tó bá fi sọgbà lọ́gbọ́n gbà Kàrímọ́ o kò sí bó ṣe lè pẹ́ níláyé tó inú ìnira àìnísinmi rédèrèdè rádaràdà báyìí ló ti máa lò ó máa ṣẹ̀sìn kú ni ó dọwọ́ àwọn abiyamọ tó wà nílé ayé ó dọwọ́ àwọn abiyamọ tó wà lóde ọ̀run ó dọwọ́ tó jẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀bù ló ti jáde Kàrímọ́ ọmọ Jùmọ̀kẹ́ rédèrèdè ló máa bá kú ayé kò tún ní tòrò mọ́ láyé ò tún ní sinmi láyé gbogbo ìran ẹ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá jáde lójú ara tiẹ̀ tó ń pè ní ọmọ rédèrèdè báyìí lẹ máa jọ bá kú ó sì lè máa wo báyìí o wípé èpè ò ti jẹ ẹ báyìí o èpè kì í lọ lásán láì jà o èpè á já ẹ Kàrímọ́ toró tẹ̀ tí ń jà ẹ èmi ti ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè mo ti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ifá wípé mo rí àpẹẹrẹ ìpè lára ẹ torí tó máa ń ṣàdúrà fún yàn náà ẹ máa rí àpẹẹrẹ àdúrà tó ń ṣe fún yàn Kàrímọ́ àpẹẹrẹ ìpè ni mo rí lára ẹ ó dọwọ́ ewu tó wà ní orí mi ó dọwọ́ ewu tó wà lórí àwọn àgbàlagbà tó kù mo ti fi ọdún tí mo ti délé ayé mo ti fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ pè fún ẹ mo pé 60 years in January 1st Kàrímọ́ tó fi máa pé 60 years ò ní nísinmi rédèrèdè ló máa bá kú tó máa fi pé 80 years ò ní dàgbà tó mi láyé rédèrèdè máa gbẹ̀yìn ẹ ó dọwọ́ àwọn tí ó wà nínú ewu jù tó fi pè ní ewu jù torí ìwọ kàn gbọ́n kí wọ́n pè é jù ní ewu jù ni ó mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ló ń jẹ́ ewu jù tó fi pé ewu jù léwu jù tó wá fi mí wé ewu jù rédèrèdè báyìí ló máa padà pa ẹ́ dànù torí pé nǹkan tó ń pè ní ewu jù òkété ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ló jẹ́ ewu jù èèyàn kan dẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ òkété yìí ṣe ẹranko ó dọwọ́ ogun tí ẹni tó jẹ́ òkété jà ó dọwọ́ ilẹ̀ tó máa ráyè dà kó tó jẹ́ òkété Kàrímọ́ ò ní nísinmi láyé ọkàn ẹ ò ní balẹ̀ àìrójú àìráyè ó máa bá ẹ ní rédèrèdè ló máa padà gbẹ̀yìn ẹ ó máa padà jáwọ́ jọ máa padà yẹ wèrè gbẹ̀yìn ayé ẹni ìhòòhò làgbàdo ó níwọjà ó máa padà ní òkú ni lágbára àwọn tó nílé ayé ṣe máa rí fún ẹnìyẹn o kí ni bó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ torí ìwọ kan dédé sọ̀rọ̀ ó ń lanu pàkà ọ̀rọ̀ ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ó mọ túmọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ó mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní ọ̀rọ̀ kí ló mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí kí ni Kàrímọ́ mọ̀ pé tó mọ̀ tó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kí ni mọ̀ tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan kan tó ju ẹ̀ sí nílé ayé nǹkan tó ju àgbárí tó fi jí kòtò Kàrímọ́ ò tí ì rí wọ́n á fi àgbà wọlé ò ní dàgbà.
ìwọ táàbúrò ẹ̀ gan sọ pé òdì fíìmù ṣé o mélòó wá láwà á ní tẹ́ bá ti ń bá ṣe tó ń pè yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní rìkọ́dìn dání ẹ wo géèmù tó gbá fáfá yẹn bí sista mọ́mí fíìmù play ẹ wo géèmù tó gbá fáfá ẹ̀yin mẹ́rin sọ̀rọ̀ ó gbé táwọn mẹ́ta jáde gbogbo tó fẹ́ gbé tèmi àti ẹ̀ jáde ohun ẹ̀ ń dún regerege ó tún sọ fáwọn panelist ẹ pé òun wo ẹ jẹ́ kó wù yín kó máa lọ sókè tẹ́ bá ti báyọ̀ sọ̀gbà tó wá fẹ́ gbé tàfà jáde wá ní fóònù yẹn ò ṣiṣẹ́ so wọn ò ní gbóhùn tiẹ̀ bọ́ wọ́n máa gbọ́ táwọn mẹ́ta ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ tó bá ń pè yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ máa record ọwọ́ ọjọ́ ọ̀la ó máa fa nǹkan tí kò ṣe ti yín àfà sí yín lẹ́sẹ̀ from day one tèmi ti ń bó lórí burúkú aláyé ń bàjẹ́ ìsọ̀rọ̀ lèmi ti ní recording dání ó máa bọ́ sá sọ fún yín pé ohun tòun ò sí ń bẹ̀ ọ̀gbá táwọn ìyá rọ̀bọ̀ náà ohun tòun ò sí ń bẹ̀ à ń gbóhùn ìyá rọ̀bọ̀ à gbọ́ tiẹ̀ ṣó àfà ò bá àfà sọ̀rọ̀ kò tiẹ̀ tí pé bí a ló ti pé 6 months tẹ́ ẹ mọ́ra ó ti gbé bàbá yẹn sí recording ó ti gbé sí recording ẹgbọ́n kan tábìrì rẹ̀ sọ yẹn ni pé ó ń dì fíìmù òun ta so mélòó wá ní irú tàwa.
You've been at loggerheads. What exactly happened, and are people looking to resolve it anytime soon?
Yeah, so what happened is like, my father-in-law has been, he has said so many things, and my sister has been the one like trying to counter him and all of that. So, it got really worse to an extent that my father-in-law was saying it all around. I used to F around. I used to put substance in my husband's food and all of that. Yeah. So my sister, like, who happens to be is somebody that she get angry easily.
Gbọ́, àbúrò ẹ ní gbogbo olúgi ni pé ó máa ń tètè bínú. Ṣé ẹ ti rí? Ànámọ̀ yìí ó ní ìdíkanṣẹ́ ọpọlọ ẹ̀.
Went on live to talk about it, like trying to defend me, like said my father-in-law, she was actually trying to defend me. And while doing that, she was really trying to talk about my husband being the cheating one and all of that. That is one thing that my husband and my child, I don't like it because he's not here to defend himself anymore. He's dead. So I feel like a reasonable person should at least say good things about him and not the bad ones. Just my husband is not an angel. He has one or two things, like he has his own side, but I feel like not put it out there when it's exactly. He's dead. So people need to hear beautiful things about him and not the other way around. Yeah. So before then, I actually called her and I told her to please, that she should not interfere in all of this. I actually begged her to please not say anything. In fact, she should not even answer my father-in-law. It is not because I don't have anything to say, but because I'm just trying to be careful in this situation. And if I should reply to everything that's been said, this whole thing would have got more messy. So I feel like my silence is just the best. Yeah. But she did not answer, so she went all out for my father-in-law, to reply him. And she just she was now talking about my husband. Like my husband is the one giving me the infection and all of that. And I feel like, and it didn't sit well with me. So I had to do a disclaimer.
Àbúrò ẹ tún ṣe disclaimer lé ẹ lórí láti 2023. Bàbá Mohbad lé ẹ. Wọ́n ní kó o lọ. Àbúrò ẹ tún wọ́n sọ ní kó o lọ. Ìyá Mohbad ní kó padà lẹ́yìn àwọn. Blessing náwọn ti sọ pé o gbọ́. Blessing ni bó ṣe ń sunkún sáwà lọ́rùn náà ló ń sunkún sóhun náà lọ́rùn nínú ilé. Gbogbo wọn ti ṣe disclaimer lé lórí pé kó máa lọ kó fà wọ́n lẹ̀. Ó takú sí díẹ̀ torí owó TikTok tóun rí, torí frame òjijì tóun wá kiri. Ó ṣàfẹ́yẹ kán mọ ẹ̀yà the fracas. Ayélufùrọ̀ náà sọ ó ní ó wá sórí TikTok láti wá ṣe kíni láti wá establish fracas ní. Ó ní o ti kọ́ṣẹ́ o ti ṣe graduation. Ibi tó máa wá establish ẹ̀ sí lo kò tí ìmọ̀ dáadáa olóṣèlú kó sórí TikTok 247. Àbúrò ẹ ṣe disclaimer fún ẹ pé kó padà lẹ́yìn òun kó máa lọ. Ó ní ìwọ gan sọ ní ikú Mohbad la fi mọ̀ ẹ́. Ikú Mohbad ló sọ ẹ́ di sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ló fi bẹ́ bọ́ síta. Tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ẹ́ di sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ kò ṣe pé ìwọ gan fẹ́ wá jọba pé o fẹ́ wá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ fracas ni. Wàá ti wọlé ti pẹ́. Wàá níyì mọ̀. Ìgbà tó wọ́pẹ́ jáde tó bá ṣe live ń gbà yẹn by 1,000 viewers 15 viewers olórí burúkú sí ó ní viewers ní tó bá rò pé òun ò ní viewers tó bá wá stage show òun ló máa ní bí i 200 300 kó ṣáà lè kó nǹkan jọ kó ṣáà lè wá gbọ́rọ̀ kó ṣáà lè wá wò àtọ́jọ́ tí mi ti post ẹ̀ mọ́ báyìí nínú burúkú tí ń bì àti ìgbà yẹn láyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ lónìí èmi ò ń post wọn bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ gbà pé ní ẹjọ́ ọ̀la ìjà má sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo yín tẹ̀sí wá mẹ́tẹ̀sí rò pé àbí àwà láláìdá gbà táwọn 360 lọ rò pa láìdá náà ni wọn ó parọ́ mọ́ wọn ohun ò ṣẹ̀wọ̀n kì í ṣèyàn rí so by the time tọ́rọ̀ bá débi tá a ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ ìwọ náà ti tó ní ọmọ àwọn ẹni tó máa lẹ̀ ló kò pa àwa wò bóyá ìwọ ni o àbáwà ní gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ tọ́rọ̀ bá débi gbà tá a máa sọ síta everybody á dẹ̀ máa fẹnu wọn sọ ni kò ní sẹ́ni tó máa bẹ́ anybody sọ tiẹ̀ everybody á máa fẹnu ẹ̀ sọ ni ìwà aláìmoore aláyé màdàrú yìí olóṣì wọ́n lé ẹ kúrò ní justice for Mohbad ìwọ náà ló dàrú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwọ ló bọ́ síta onímọ̀ Mohbad ó fún mi ní infection.
fún ẹ nísinsìnyí o ṣó ti gbọ́ ẹnu ẹ tó ń ṣe bébébébébébé yẹn.
olórí ibú ó ń kú sára o olóṣì bó ṣe wà ó ń gẹ̀ẹ́sì wa o bọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n ní orí tó bá máa jẹ̀kó tó bá wà nínú dánfó á nọrí síta pé mo ní pure water òun lọ̀rọ̀ àtọ́lé wọn ò ní tọ́ ẹ ìwọ ló máa lọ wá stream àwọn èèyàn káàkiri just because ó ṣàfẹ́ jà ó ṣàfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ olórí ibú ọkùnrin tó sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ pé kíyàwó nǹkan máa dóyàwó nǹkan kì í bọ̀ kan yàn kò sí nǹkan tó fi ń ṣèyàn irú èèyàn lèmi fẹ́ kàbí ọkùnrin irú yẹn lèmi fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ pé ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó ń advice èèyàn olórí burúkú wèrè àti wèrè ríra wọn àjòkó sórí fóònù pẹ̀lú ọkọ mi ìgbọ́rí láyé mi ó ṣe náà pẹ̀lú the music ńgbà yẹn náà
ó wà ní wèrè la fi ń wo wèrè Karimo àtọkọ ẹ̀ wèrè la fi ń wo wèrè wèrè la fi ń wo wèrè.
Kí ló ń bẹ̀rù fún tó fi ní kọ́ máa reach out sí good at tíṣẹ́ ọwọ́ tiẹ̀ bá mọ́? Kí ló ń bẹ̀rù fún? Kí ni nǹkan tó ń já ẹ láyà? Ṣe bó ní nǹkan tí mo rò pé o lè má ní dání o lè ní dání orí pé mi gan ń wù ẹ́ pé ó yá máa bọ̀ náà anytime tó bá ní òde kàrí anytime tó bá pe ogun sẹ̀ sórí èmi màá dúró fún ẹ. Màá dẹ̀ máa bá ẹ fi àdàbí sí i. Ọmọ yẹn sọ fáwọn pé èmi máa fi òótọ́ tí mo ní dání ni màá fi máa tákù pẹ̀lú ẹ. So that Ọlọ́run á tètè rọ̀jò iná lé ẹ lórí kíní kíákíá. Mi ní báyìí fi rọ́ọ̀kùn mi ní báyìí fara bùkún àbẹ́ anything. Aláìní ti ju àbí fún ràìràì kò mójú kò mọ̀ra àfi bolóko ńlá. Má ṣẹ̀sìn má tẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ lásọ fún. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè mú bú. Tó tẹ̀ fi ṣe sọ́dọ̀ mi yìí Kàrímọ́ o ò tún níyì mọ́. Ẹ já máa gbọ́ story ayé ẹ̀ lọ. Ìwọ ìkà yìí àgbàyà. Ọwọ́ tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ ó sọ pé mi lèmi ọkàn ṣe update tán rí ẹ. Wọ́n béèrè mi ó ní àgúdà tó sí mímọ́ àmọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá àdá mo dẹ̀ rò pé ẹlẹ́dàá àdá how like kí ni mo ṣe ẹlẹ́dàá ìfẹ́ dá. Àwọn manipulate tó máa ní kí kọ́ manipulate èèyàn ó ní PhD inú ẹ̀. Èèyàn méjì ń jà ó lè pe ọ̀tún kò pò sí pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó wá tún yín sí lẹ́yìn ó wá dàlẹ́ lórí ìsìn ó wá ń sunkún kiri wá ní òtídé gbogbo voice note tó ń wá yẹn lọ máa wọ́n lọ́wọ́ dẹ̀ máa fún ẹ rí gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́ wá ṣe ṣó tó fẹ́ wá ṣe èmi sẹ́ẹ̀ máa jẹ́ ká rí mọ̀ pé onírọ́ ni ẹ́ ẹnu ara ẹ ló máa fi ṣera ẹ lórí TikTok yìí àdàbí tó bá yẹ kí n máa sinmi tí wàá fi mi sórí fóònù tí màá máa pẹ́ tí màá máa pẹ́ẹ́tẹ̀ tí màá máa advice ẹ time tó bá yẹ kí n sọ pé mo fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ mi tí màá wà lórí fóònù fún ẹ pé kó lè dà kí o lè rẹ́rìn kí inú ẹ lè dùn òun ló máa bí ẹ àdàbí gbogbo ìgbà tó yẹ pé mo ti gba ẹ̀rín lẹ́nu ẹ tí mo ti múnú ẹ dùn tí mo ti nomi jí ẹnu àdàbí yẹn ló máa bí ẹ.
good at mo tẹ̀fẹ́ kí wèrè rẹ̀ gbọ́ dáàdè tájọ wà lórí kọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀nùdé tí mo sọ pé màá tẹ̀sẹ̀ ẹ lójú ṣé la you dey for phone dáàdè.
èmi kọ́ mo wà lórí phone.
kò mọ ẹni tó dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó wà lórí platform ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ kó má wọrí.
Bí tó ti ń fọwọ́ ara ìṣera ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn náà bí tó ti ń fọwọ́ ara ìṣera ẹ̀ nìyẹn ọmọ ṣe rẹ́rìn gbogbo àwọn tó wà mẹ́rin mélòó nu wọn ni òmùtọ́ mélòó nu wọn tó tí gbogbo bá sì du àwọn gan fẹ́ rí àwọn gan fẹ́ mọ bí tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó máa end sí ẹni tó ń sọ tàbí ẹni tó ń parọ́ nínú àwa mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tá a wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àwa mẹ́ta la wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àwọn máa mẹni tó jẹ́ onírọ́. After tí mo mọ̀ nípa kọ́ yẹn na wetin make me reach out to you be that because I need more evidence I need to hear a lot na wetin make me send you message for messenger that day tí mo tún wá delete ẹ pé don't worry me need there before you come reach out again on the 29 ẹ ti ṣe call now on the 29 bó ṣe pè yín sórí fóònù tó ní kẹ́ máa rojọ́ kí wọ́n rojọ́ káyè sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kíníkan tí àwọn ìbọn náà sùn lọ gbàgbé lórí fóònù gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi ìdẹ̀ sẹ́ni tí mi tún fi ṣèbínú òun ló jẹ́ kí n send message sí woman yẹn ìyá mẹ́bọ̀ of TikTok yẹn pé ẹ má lọ máa béèrè mi ò sí mi ibẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ just to clear your curiosity of that of my absence ẹ má lọ béèrè anything mọ́ nípa mi bíbẹ̀ mi ò dẹ̀ send ju ìyẹn lọ fún woman yẹn ìyẹn náà lọ gbé fún good at títí message mo kàn rẹ́rìn good at títí message.
àní ìyẹn tún ṣe pé good at ìyẹn tún ṣe pé fẹ́ni tó wà lórí fóònù tẹ́lẹ̀ wà ní planet bẹ́ẹ̀.
ọjọ́ tí mo dẹ̀ send message yẹn woman yẹn ní àwọn good morning good at.
ìyẹn náà wá rárá bú pé mo bú ẹ mo ṣe amẹ̀bọ̀ ti forí ààrẹ kó nǹkan tó ṣe.
ó ní good morning good at I will get back to you. deni they get back èmi náà dẹ̀ bẹ̀bọ̀ èmi ti fún ẹni message tèmi nǹkan tó fẹ́ kó wọn mo ti fún ẹ message èmi náà dẹ̀ wẹ̀yìn pé bí a ní update àbí I don't even need to say anything mi need opinion mo ti sọ nǹkan tó mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín. olóyè tí amẹ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó fi wá ń sọ mo fi wá ń send message pé tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run máa ń lò ẹ́ láti sọ̀rọ̀ má faná sórí ara ẹ̀ má jẹ́ kí ìbínú Ọlọ́run kó dé sí ẹ lórí because òkè mẹ́yẹn ni mo wà tó ti fún mi ní message pé kí n lọ tún ọpẹ́ ṣe again mi ò fi sí ẹlẹ́nu náà ìwọ mọ̀ nǹkan tèmi survive tó fi ní pé kí n tún lọ tún ọpẹ́ yẹn ṣe pé mi ìdúpẹ́ yẹn bó ṣe yẹ kí n ṣe pé kí n tún lọ tún ṣe ṣebí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run ló gbẹnu ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tó fi sọ gbogbo ìgbà náà mi ìdẹ̀ ṣe bí tó lórí burúkú Kàrímọ́ yìí o a máa fara gba búlẹ̀tì torí à ń support ẹ̀ torí à ń wá sókè à ń wá sọ̀rọ̀ torí wọ́n rí wa mọ́ ẹ ṣèbí oníkan tí Queen Alájà sọ pé òun ṣe àwọn lọ́kọ́ internet picture àwọn lọ́kọ́ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan torí èmi kílẹ̀ excuse tó sọ ó ní because èmi ń wà pẹ̀lú Kàrímọ́ èmi ń support èmi ò lè advice ẹ̀ èmi ń support ẹ̀ kó máa ṣe nǹkan burúkú òun làwọn sọ pé àwọn máa deal pẹ̀lú èmi ọjọ́ yẹn wà mí ṣe ó gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn mo fi gòkè wá tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ everybody pa lọ́lọ́ ayélujára bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ even you yourself you calm down òun náà dákẹ́ pa kò sọ̀rọ̀ This is my last day on this platform. Mo fi lọ ṣe update yẹn pé who you dey fight for today fit no fight for you tomorrow. Tó bá léyàn dúró tán, mo dúró tán. Òní mo ṣe ní mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí mo sẹ́yìn tẹ̀ focus. Ọjọ́ tí mo bá máa gbé static kárí mo bá máa rí nǹkan tí mo ṣe bá ẹ̀ jàsẹ̀ kárí mọ́. Wàá wá ìdùnnú Ọlọ́run ò ní rí. Ìdùnnú Ọlọ́run wàá wá ò ní rí. Kọ́ tó sọ eléyìí mo ti mú wọn sọ́wọ́. I don't talk about that. Bó wà táfi sọ yẹn nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ń béèrè ti ìyá Grace mo ní pé maybe they are dragging her because of me ṣèbàjẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀ abẹ́ anything. Mo put it to anybody out there kó tó di pé mo ṣẹ̀ sọ fáwọn few people tó yẹ pé wọ́n reach out sí mi lórí platform yẹn pé nǹkan báyìí lèmi tó ṣẹlẹ̀ and I'm waiting for her to come and say it pé mi ìfẹ́ sọ láti ẹnu mi jáde. Lóòótọ́ dẹ̀ bọ́ síta wá pín nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ inú mi dẹ̀ dùn sí. Ó wá tún fi èpè sí tó bá yẹ pé kò ṣe pé lórí burúkú ìtì ní mi sínú àbí ó ti ń plan ọ̀tẹ̀ fún mi tipẹ́tipẹ́ bó ṣe rọra play recording yẹn tán ó parọ́ lóòótọ́ mo bá ìsọ̀rọ̀ ló gbọ́ pé kí n má advice ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ bínú bọ́lẹ̀ kúrò lórí phone bọ̀ ìwọ ọmọ kémi ní ti àyè ìdání àyè dẹ̀ tí ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kì í ṣe ní kì í ṣànà tíyẹn náà parọ́ pọ̀ ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo àyè tó gbowó lọ́wọ́ K-Money tó ní wọn òun fi yọ̀ sí wọn lọ́rùn ní pé òun kọ́ ló ń tọrọ àyè lọ sunkún bá focus pé òun ní ìdòwò yẹn ní K-Money ti fún àwọn náà lówó rí o bọ̀ àwọn lè ní kó lọ bá ṣé káwọn wọ́ọ̀kì pẹ̀lú K-Money wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́ọ̀kì ènìyàn lọ bá K-Money máa yẹn fún ẹ 20,000 ó parọ́ fún wa nílé pé ẹ ò tọrọ owó mo ní focus me I don't even want to hear from your hand because mo ṣe mi ń gbọ́ ẹjọ́ èèyàn kan kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè bàyàn kan jẹ́ fún mi tí èèyàn bá ti ṣèwà yẹn dọ́dọ̀ mi lè fi judge ẹ̀ I swear to God Almighty mo ní focus ìwọ ló wà láàrin K-Money àti àyè ìfowó yẹn àbí and báwo mo ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n ìgbà táwọn tí wọ́n fi lọ́ngbà yẹn tẹ lọ́tẹ́ fi ń bú wọn pé wọ́n mọ àwọn ọkùnrin àríwá ló máa ń tọrọ owó kíní yẹn tì mí lójú pé àwọn ọkùnrin àríwá ló máa ń wọ DM lọ tọrọ owó mo dẹ̀ pé focus mo sọ̀rọ̀ sí focus pé àgbà ṣé nǹkan báyìí mo dẹ̀ ní òkè ta ló sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n náà wọ́n fi pé bí K-Money ló máa sọ fún sister Aduni àbí àwọn mo ní òkè put K-Money on the phone gbogbo recording yẹn mo ní dání K-Money dẹ̀ ni pé no ayé ìwà tọrọ pé náwọn ní problem bí nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀ lágbà sílẹ̀ lẹ́nu K-Money àwọn gan-an pé mo wà lórí phone.
The same thing ló ṣe fẹ́mi náà tó ń parọ́ pé
K-Money sọ fún wa àti gba ẹmọ tí ń fojú yẹn wo ayé pé ó ga o.
ó kú ya òun padà ayé ẹ̀yìn ikú yẹ ẹ tó fẹ́ yí padà ẹ lọ́nà ọ̀run á ṣèdájọ́ láàrin màtẹ máa tán Kàrímọ́ lọ pé torí o fẹ́ wà lóyà sí kó dẹ̀ máa kú sára.
No ó lè wà lóyà focus ìyẹn ó lè wà lóyà tó bá fẹ́ wà lóyà ìyẹn ò kan àwa sẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ńdọ̀ wà lóyà débi pé ayé máa ti lọ síbi ìparun.
ẹ kó parọ́ pé òun lọ́wọ́ mi ni pé torí mi lọ yòrí náà lèmi fi fún òun lówó tó dẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé o fẹ́ yẹ́yìn òkú yẹ́ ẹ padà.
Ìwọ ló ní platform ọmọ agbọ́rọ̀ wa báyìí ìwọ ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ lórí ìwọ ló máa jókòó ọ̀tẹ̀ tí ìwọ ló máa fẹ́ báyẹ̀ nìyẹn jẹ́ bó ṣe play recording I was so happy okay fine we move gbàtí mo wá ń gbọ́ tó ti ń play recording òun fẹ́ pèsè láàrin kìnìkan aṣẹ́wó pàtó ipò kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ mọ́ ọjọ́ tó play recording yẹn kò sí anybody tó give submission lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn even though K-Money ní àwọn ọmọdé tuntun ti sọ̀rọ̀ everybody ní ti sí ọmọdé tuntun pé wọ́n àwọn ti sọ̀rọ̀ kò sí nǹkan táwọn ti fẹ́ sọ mọ́ even comment section wá rí pé recording yẹn ò favour òun bó ṣe yẹ kó favour òun dáadáa pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń play recording yẹn tó ń fi wrong narrative sí ó rí pé àwọn èèyàn ò kó jẹ́ ló ṣe wàá mọ́rọ̀ kinní kan good àti ìgbàkọ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ wá ń fèpè òun ṣépè sí ṣẹ́kẹ̀mí wa máa wẹ̀ mo ṣe gùnkè lọ bá ìyá ẹ̀ pé àṣẹ ìyá ìfẹ́ ṣorí burúkú ni ìyá ìfẹ́ gbọ́mọ gbìn ni. Èmi fúnra mo sọ fẹ́ páyà ti ask me out which is there is nothing to hide about èmi mo sọ ìwọ kan tó tún kọ́ mi pé ṣe báyìí kí n ṣe báyìí kí n ṣe báyìí so èmi ń dúró sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbá àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ máa play wàá máa play half èmi máa bá ẹ play full èmi máa sọ ẹ́ dolórí burúkú èèyàn lórí TikTok yìí tọ́mọ́ táwọn èèyàn bá ń sọ pé wọ́n ń drag èmi mo ní ẹnu àti sọ̀rọ̀ gbá ẹ lórí mo ní ẹnu láti sọ̀rọ̀ burúkú sí ẹ lórí.
ìyá ọ̀rọ̀bọ̀ nìyẹn sẹ́
ìyá ọ̀rọ̀bọ̀ ìyá aláya wọn ẹ káàárọ̀ mà.
ìyá ọ̀rọ̀bọ̀ nìyẹn sẹ́
ẹ káàárọ̀ mà
sísà mi tó bad ṣẹwà.
ẹ káàárọ̀ mo kí gbogbo ilé o mo kí fámìlì o
àwa nìyẹn káàárọ̀ mà.
ọmọ Yorùbá one love focus baba
one love o one love.
one love good heart
ma
good heart ẹgbẹ́ dámọ́ mi Yétúndé ẹgbà tí good heart mú lọ́wọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ti ń kó gbàbọ àrímọ́ àtọ̀lé láti last week ó ti ń kẹgbàbọ òun àti focus.
gbogbo èèyàn kan ló máa jọyọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀ tó máa wò bí ìsúlẹ̀. Gúdà ti tètè fi tọ̀dọ̀ mi kọ́gbọ́n ó yá aṣọ sáàfù padà pé ìwọ ọmọ yìí ó lé burúkú nǹkan tó ṣe fáwọn nìyí ò lè ṣe fèmí. Ó wá nìyẹn òun rò pé nítorí pé àwọn ti jọ ṣe pọ̀ ní oní ká má rí mọ́ ó mọ̀ pé ó ní agbára ẹ má jẹun kọ́ tí ẹ máa kọ̀ntínú mà.
ìka pọ̀ nínú ọmọ yẹn ìka alókè mẹ́rin ni mo wà támì bọ́ ti sọ fún mi pé a ní mi kí n lọ tún ọpẹ́ yẹn ṣe again pé mi ì ṣe dáadáa mo fọ́ lọ́jọ́ yẹn pé báwo lẹ́nu yìí ṣe mọ̀ kínní ṣe má mẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ mi ọlọ́run lu ẹ̀ náà yẹ kó ti yúyàn fún mi lókè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé àmú máa gba bọ̀dẹ̀ fún Kàrímù àbí mo máa ṣèkà fún àbí mo ń jẹ́ lẹ́sìn.
mo fẹ́ bèrè kankan lọ́wọ́ yín o blog bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń bá blog àwọn èèyàn yẹn ṣé ó ń san sálárì fún yín ni.
mo ò gbowó rí lọ́wọ́ ẹ o 5 naira mi ìtẹ́wọ́ gbà rí lọ́wọ́ Kàrímù.
ó dà kó ti ń bú ìyá adé tutù o.
ilé ìkọrin tẹ fẹ́ ṣe ọjà náà ń tà they justice for Mohbad they were selling and buying they turn it to supermarket they were making sales they turn it to wholesale and retail àwọn aláyé bàjẹ́ yìí wọ́n ń tà wọ́n rà ń bẹ̀.
mo fẹ́ tú àṣírí ẹ̀ máa tú lágbára Ọlọ́run should they expose.
wọ́n láì tà láì.
Bukky just one thing salon now. They are all running.
Let them run. They won't go scot free. Agbára ìṣẹ̀dá Mohbad. Ẹ ní lọ́lá láì jìyà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yín ní kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Ẹ lè rí wọn mọ́ ní TikTok. Ẹ lè rí wọn mọ́ láéláé. Wọ́n máa bàjẹ́ wọn máa sà. Wọ́n bàjẹ́ àbátẹnijẹ́ ni wọn.
I don't know. Papi ń fún wọn, ó ń fún wọn ní kẹ́ṣẹ́ ni because you are a threat to them, that is why. Àwọn onílara Andrew wọn ò ṣe wí lẹ́jọ́ ìjà ìlara they are just fighting for nothing ẹ̀ ń jàjà ìlara lórí Papariano irọ́dẹ̀ lẹ pa we came gidigbe on this study we are not going nowhere lọ́ọ̀bì kọ́kọ́ until tí Mohbad tó bá rí justice because ẹ ra fóònù fún wa ẹ subscribe fún wa so you ò lè sọ fún wa pé ibìkan la máa lọ ibìkan la ní lọ. Ipe Mohbad kò ní rí justice ẹ tutọ́ ẹ̀ dànù that guy is going to see justice. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ lè báṣẹ́ Yomi jẹ́ irọ́ lẹ pa kàkà kékú má jẹ sèse ó máa fi ṣàwádà ni. Àwọn ọ̀kà.
Want to try everything like but Papariano.
They have tried but did they succeed? No. Ẹni ìjákulẹ̀ ni wọ́n òfin ọjọ́ kejì ọjà.
Olórí ẹbí ò kò lọ́bì kankan ó máa ga ní sí.
It's not going nowhere.
Lọ́bì kankan ẹ má
they don't achieve anything they did not achieve anything láti ìgbà tó ti ń ṣe wèrè yìí since 2023 they did not achieve anything nítorí pé irọ́ náà gbé dání. Irọ́ náà ń pa ẹ̀ náà kí màá lọ wo convincing kí ló fẹ́ sọ fún mi.
Make sure people know one that. In fact, they were using the man to stand public. One because there are people who are sympathizing with that man. Nonsense.
Bàbá ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa ẹ lè bá wí ẹni papi ó tó you know the one statement tó máa ń bí mi nú ṣèbó lọmọ ẹ kú ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fitani sílẹ̀.
Imagine.
Fitani sílẹ̀ ọmọ ẹ kú ó ń gbókó kiri ó ń wọṣọ kiri ó ń wọ gbogbo ẹ kiri ó ń yan fandafanda láì oh my goodness. Àwa ni àwa gbogbo ẹ̀yin gbogbo àwa public tó dáwọ́ ẹ má forí yín gbé pè èpè yẹn máa ṣe tó máa sú yín because ọmọ Ọlọ́run làwa ẹ má forí yín képe lọ àbáyé èpè ò ní da àdàbí tẹ́ bá gbowó wọn ní ẹ ti ní kọ́ máa fún ọ̀ tí ẹ lè gbé pè torí ẹ ti jẹ́ nínú ata àtẹ̀pọ̀ gbogbo fún ẹ jẹ́
nǹkan tó fi lé lọ nìyẹn
ẹ náà ní kọ́ máa forí gbé pè lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ gbowó wọn tán ní kí ló pọ̀ ọmọ yín tẹ́ ráyè sọ. They are not a responsible parent at all. Ẹ máa rí òkú ọmọ ńlẹ̀ ẹ ní faṣọ gbogbo wọn ya láì ṣajá ọmọ 26 years old nílẹ̀lẹ̀ nínú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ so you cannot ask what caused it kí ló ṣe yìí nǹkan kí ló fà tọmọ ẹ fi wà nínú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí so you cannot ask Wunmi ìyàwó ẹ ká sára ó ní kẹ ẹ ká sára ẹ ká sára tírélà wá gbàrin yín kọjá ìgbà tẹ́ ṣe mítìn tẹ́ rí pé kò fẹ́ bọ̀ yẹn wá bọ́ síta ẹ̀yin public ẹ gbà ní ìgbà kíkẹ́ káwọ̀ dáadé o wọ́n wá gbà yín tẹ́ wá ní ẹ wá fẹ́ kọrun òun public sóhun alẹ́ kò lè ṣe é.
You can't cry more than
you cannot cry more than biri lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ ti lọ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ̀tẹ̀ tẹ́ ti bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ tẹ́ ti gbé case file yín tẹ́ ti gbé kúrò ń bẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ now said bàbá kan bá kó ẹ̀ ń sá kiri ẹ̀ lé lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ tó rẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ẹ ti balẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ ti bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ ti wá ní mi lówó flight irọ́ tó jìnnà sóòótọ́ Bukola dẹ̀ ti ní ẹ lówó gbogbo owó tó ń send sí 100,000 every month bàbá kí lẹ fi ṣe àti woman tó wà ní US tó ń send nǹkan sí yín so ibo lẹ kówó sí. bọ́sẹ̀ dẹ̀ ti sọ ó lọ́lọ́pàá máa kó everybody kọ́lọ́pàá tiẹ̀ kó gbogbo yín kẹ́ lọ sọ nǹkan tẹ́ rí lọ́bẹ̀ tó ti wá rú sọ́wọ́ ní 11 September 2023 kẹ́ lọ sọ. àwọn abiagba tó ń pera wọn lábíamọ ọmọ yẹn wà nínú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ you cannot lè béèrè ikú tó pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn kí ló ṣe ọmọ tó lọ kọrin ní Sunday tó wá sọ pé òkú ẹ̀ náà bá nírọ̀ ní mọ́júmọ́ ẹ kú síbẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ yaṣọ mọ́ra yín lọ́rùn òkú ọ̀fọ̀ àdúrà náà ṣẹnu bọ̀kúbọ̀kú kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ blessing náà ṣẹnu bọ̀kúbọ̀kú. up till now àárí kankan àrómi ààrẹ jẹ́ wọ́n ń gbá wa sọ́ọ̀tù wọ́n ń gbá wa sóòtì wọ́n fi gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ayọ̀ ọlọ́pọ́n.
wọ́n make sure pé wọ́n
they turn everything to game. ayọ̀ ọlọ́pọ́n wọ́n fi wá ta ayọ̀ ọlọ́pọ́n wọ́n fi wá ta ludo ọlọ́run ló máa fi re fún gbogbo yín ẹ̀yin ìka yìí. ọlọ́run ọba wàláì pápì òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ni wọ́n bá wọn wàláì tàláì láì ṣàjá so ká ọmọ yẹn sí royalty yẹn òun ló ń dùn yín lẹ́fẹ́ ná ní rí gbà mo ti sọ fún yín afẹ́fẹ́ Mohbad máa fẹ́ gbogbo royalty yẹn Mohbad afẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́dà ní kò ní kó yín lọ́wọ́.
tọ́n tún lè bá sòótọ́ àwọn olórí burúkú mọ́ interest.
olórí burúkú ni wọ́n gbàtọ́ rí nǹkan jẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
téèyàn wá kó 18 million sílẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ẹ ti máa understand pé yes ó ní nǹkan kan bóyá wọ́n tẹ̀ kí ìṣòro owó ni ó ń pẹ́.
mo rí wọn bá wí ni àbáwọn dìgbìrì tó ń tẹ̀lé wọn tí wọ́n lè bá so òtítọ́.
wọ́n lè fi ṣògo owó náà ó ti láìkó owó jù wọ́n bá máa change ẹ̀ fún wa lórí ẹ̀.
kàn jẹ́ kí ló máa rò.
Let's meet in the evening, guys.
All right, happy. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
Bless you guys.
You're welcome.